Well, hello, you've reached the debut show of the Bailey Brew Sports Chat. I'm on my new set. For those who watch me on the Wednesday morning mug, this is different, isn't it? It's the debut show, and this is just going to be a show where I just basically introduce myself to you and to tell you what I'm all about, what we're going to be doing in the weeks, months, and years ahead with the Bailey Brew Sports Chat, and to just maybe after the show's over, you can throw me a line and give me some feedback as far as what you'd like to see on the Bailey Brew Sports Chat. Now, I do have a Wednesday morning mug that I've been doing since about March of this year, and it's a Wednesday morning, the fastest 7 minutes on Sports Chat Web Talk today. It definitely is the fastest 7 minutes. It goes by so fast. And in that 7 minutes, I chat with my Charlie Harper mug. Now, in everything that you hear about the Bailey Brew Sports Chat, there's always conversation about coffee in this mug. Now, this mug is very important to me because of who gave it to me, but the story behind it is that the steam from the Charlie Harper mug is able to predict sporting events and to see into what's going to happen. It's a fun thing. I don't take it serious. It's a fun thing. But this is my Charlie Harper mug, from exact replica from 2.5 Men, Charlie Harper used. And show which I really like. And I had one and it broke, and when my stepfather passed away, my mom knew how much I loved the cup, and she gave me his. And so this is very important to me, and I use it all the time. I drink from it all the time. And so the show will also be about coffee. But a little bit about me. This is not my first rodeo. I am a sports reporter for a newspaper here in South Carolina. I have had a sports cable show in Connecticut where estimated 12,000 viewers could be watching at one time, and we had it for 3.5 years. Very successful sports cable show in Connecticut. We had a lot of great guests, and I'll be talking about that probably sometime during the upcoming episodes. But and it was a live program with phone calls coming in, so it was definitely. It was a fun show, and then I had in New York a sports web show with the big AC. He was the guy that did it with me, and we had a fun time doing that also, and of course both places I incorporate hot dog eating contests between the local high schools, and I'm looking forward to doing that here. Now they don't know it yet. They don't know yet. The Carleton Prep Academy and Carleton County High School don't know it yet, but that's spinning in the back of my mind, is getting them together for a hot dog eating contest, because they do not play on the field. They are not in each other's league or anything like that. But it would be interesting to see what they would be like in a hot dog eating contest. So I'm going to take my time on that one. Let them think about it. But I'd like to see that on the Bailey Brew Sports Chat. And there's all kinds of other things. I also have my entire professional life been in front of people and talking to people, and so I'm used to this, and so I'm very comfortable with this. So I'm happy to be beginning the Bailey Brew Sports Chat and to have the 30-minute show. So what are you going to see on the show? You're going to see me have a guest. See, it's empty right here. It's going to be a guest, and there's going to be a guest that will talk a variety either a local guest from the high schools, colleges here, or the pro team, which is the South Carolina Stingrays, or definitely I'll be Skyping. I'll put my laptop right here, and we'll be doing a Skype interview. I have a friend of mine who is anchor reporter for the New England Sports Network, Emerson Lawatza. He has agreed to come on the show and talk about covering the Boston sports scene. And I have friends all over this fruited plain. And the audience basically is all over the fruited plain, from California to Connecticut and countries abroad. And that's because of the Wednesday morning mug, and also because of what I did recently in October was the Bailey Fitness Brew, which I encourage people to do a 7-mile walk, run, jog, bike, a 70-minute cardio yoga, and a 70-minute weight training. And we did it all in one day on October 22nd, this past October 22nd. And we documented it on social media, and it was just an exciting day. And I encourage the people to get fit, and that's going to be a big part of this show. And so but because of that, the audience grew. And so we had people from Australia, from England, from Canada, and of course, like 27 states were represented in the United States. So it was just an exciting time. And then so that's part of the viewing audience now, not just local, but national. National with a local flavor. And we'll have all kinds of fun things going on. And me personally, why do I promote fitness? It's because I lost 110 pounds, and I did it by walking and then jogging, by watching what I was eating, by weightlifting. I have weightlifted a lot in the last few years. That at 52 years old, I can do more than I was able to do at 22. And it's a very exciting thing, and I want that for everybody. And I'm a coffee guy. So we'll be talking about coffee and best coffees to drink. Maybe I'll have some people on to talk about coffee. Who knows? With a sports theme. And definitely we will be, for 30 minutes, keeping your interest. That's what it's all about. It's not going to be like what I'm doing today, which is just giving you an intro of the show. We're going to have the show, the theme music, the guest interaction, and maybe on site, maybe at a Charleston pub, sports pub, maybe at a local sports pub here in Colleton County, or at the high schools, or at the college here at University of South Carolina, Salkehatchie. Maybe I'll do a show from there. It's just I'm going to be open to all kinds of exciting venues and things to do. This thing's not going to go anywhere. We're going to be here every week, Thursday, 7 p.m. The show will be uploaded by then, and we will have a tremendous time of talking sports, laughing, and maybe giving some fitness advice and help to get you through the day. One thing that I do on my Wednesday morning mug, with the help of Charlie the mug, is to talk about what the mug sees for the upcoming NFL week. And we're at week 11 right now in the NFL. And what we're looking at is the Saints over the Panthers. Panthers have been a very much of a disappointment this year, and I think that they came in overrated. I don't think they were as good as people thought they were going to be. And so I think that the Saints will beat them. The Vikings over the Cardinals, that was a tough one because the Cardinals have a good team, but the Vikings, I believe, are ready to start to get the ball rolling again. The Bills over the Bengals, look out for the Bills. I think they're going to start to make a run. The Giants over the Bears just basically have rolled over and died as far as the season, but it could be a chance for Jay Cutler to improve his numbers, but I still think the G-men win. The Steelers over the Browns, the Chiefs over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Cowboys over the Ravens, and I should stop right now and say, this man right here, a lifelong, die-hard New York Jets fan. I've been a Jets fan since first grade when my mother bought me a Jet notebook when I was in first grade. I have been a Jet fan ever since, and I'm 52 years old right now. I've seen them on 1 in 15 seasons. They've broken my heart numerous times, even this year. But I'll stay with them. I'm a die-hard New York Jets fan, and you'll know that in this show. I'm also a die-hard, lifelong Boston Red Sox fan. I like the Bruins. I like the Celtics. I like Notre Dame. I like UConn. Who do I like in South Carolina? I'm leaning towards the Gamecocks. I really pull for them more than Clemson. So right now I'm a Gamecock, and my daughter goes to USC Salkehatchie, which is kind of affiliated with them. So, I love all kinds of sports. So we'll have all kinds of sports featured here. I love talking sports. I love showing sports, but those are the teams that I pull for. Now, I'll finish talking about the picks in just a second, but in a couple weeks on Facebook Live, and I'll give you all the information ahead of time. I'm going to do the commentary in the first and fourth quarter of the Jets-Patriot game. And I'm going to give my objective opinion of the Patriots. Not. I make no bones about it. I do not care for the Patriots. And so I'll be doing that. I'll let you know, and we'll have a lot of laughs with that also. And it's one thing that we all have to realize as far as in sports, don't take it seriously as it's life or death. Yes, losing sucks. Yes, winning is great. But life goes on. So if we can have fun with it, that's all the better. Okay, Cowboys over the Ravens, Lions over the Jaguars, Colts over the Titans, the Rams over the Dolphins, the Patriots over the 49ers, the Seahawks over the Eagles, the Redskins over the Packers, and the Raiders over the Texans. And if you are doing your fantasy football picks this week, the steam from the Charlie Harper mug says take Russell Wilson with the Seahawks. Russell Wilson is ready to really ramp it up. And take him and take the Bills defense this week. Take the Bills defense this week. I think that they're ready to ramp it up also. And so I'll take them. So that's your fantasy picks. I want to wish the Colleton Prep Academy Warhawks the best of luck this Saturday in Columbia as they go for the state championship. I've been covering them this year for the paper, and Rob Gorel and his whole staff, go get them. Go get them. Bring home the state championship to the Colleton County. And I'll be hopefully having Warhawks on this show. I'll be having Colleton County High School Cougars on this show. USC Salkehatchie, their teams. I want to have them on the show, and just all kinds of other people in the community. And like I said, on Skype throughout the Skype throughout the country. And so it's just going to be a fast-moving show. I know what you're thinking. You're saying, what the heck is that Ironman Matt's doing up there? That's because that's my nickname. My nickname for the past, it seems like 5 years, has been Ironman. And a lot of it's because of my fitness journey and getting into the shape that I am now. And I used to put on posts at Facebook, I'm off to the gym, I'm flying off to the gym. Jarvis and I are going to land in the gym to do some workout. And so my nickname is Iron Man. And so when I say Iron Man Herb Bailey and the mug Charlie Harper, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's a shortened version of Week 1, the debut episode of the Bailey Brew Sports Chat. I know a lot of people have been waiting for this. They've waited for me to get the ball rolling again with the show. And I've waited for the right moment, and I believe this is the right moment. And I'm looking forward to it. There also might be times where I enlist a co-host to talk about sports of the day and have some fun also. And there's some people in this area that would be perfect for that also. And so just you will not know. You're not going to be able to predict from week to week to week how the Bailey Brew Sports Chat's going to go. And that's the fun of it. That's the entertainment of it, is being surprised. I definitely want to leave you each episode with a smile, but also with encouragement to get out there and working out and to be the best you can be in your life. And I leave you with a moment from my early childhood days, and I have put this in my upcoming book, Sports Memories Woven into Life, which will be in your hands in 2017. And my dad, and I mentioned this on the Wednesday Morning Mug, my dad took me to Fenway Park in 1972 for the first time. And in 1972, I was an 8-year-old who was more worried about watching the planes going in and out of Logan Airport in Boston, and also having popcorn and ice cream. And I remember my dad wanted me to watch Yaz and watch Rico Petrocelli and George Scott and Carlton Fisk and all the guys that were playing back then. And so I remember at the time him looking at me like with a stern face, like, watch the game. And later on in the years, we would laugh and smile about it because it became funny. Especially later on in the years when I was so intense when going to Fenway Park watching the game, and I didn't care about anything else. I've been to Fenway Park probably close to over 100 times in my life in Boston. That's how big of a Red Sox fan I am. But the point is that when I share in the book that when the moment doesn't go as you thought it would, but it brings about a smile, then that is the intended moment. And that moment brings about a smile later on, then that's the moment you were looking for. And I want to encourage you with that, to look for those moments in the week ahead. So this is Ironman Herb Bailey along with Charlie Harper mug, the debut show. It's probably half as long as it will be. It'll be 30 minutes next week. But I just wanted to introduce myself to people who might not know me. The ad's been running in the local paper, so you probably are not used to Ironman Herb Bailey and who he is. I hope you've now know what I'm all about. I know a lot of you read my stuff in the Calatonian newspaper. Now you're going to know me from Bailey Brew Sports Chat. So I hope everybody, as I'm also working the camera, has a great night.